Okay, let's talk about one of the most powerful and honestly most underrated assets any business can have, a direct line to your audience. Yep, I'm talking about an email list. Today, we're going to build a complete roadmap from grabbing your very first subscriber all the way to nurturing a community that drives real, tangible results.
So why are we even talking about email? I mean, isn't it old news? Well, here's why. The numbers just don't lie. For every single dollar you put into email marketing, the average return is a staggering $44. That's one of the highest ROIs you'll find, anywhere. This isn't just about sending out newsletters, it's about investing in a direct, profitable connection with the people who actually care about what you do.
But of course, that kind of return doesn't just happen. It's the result of a list that's been built with real intention. Which brings us to the big question, right? How do you build a list that actually delivers on that promise? Well, let's break down the very first step. Everything, and I mean everything, starts right here, with that first impression. Think about it. Someone's email address is personal. Their inbox is kind of sacred ground. To earn a spot in there, you have to offer something genuinely valuable in return. You've got to make their decision to say yes an absolute no-brainer.
This valuable thing you offer, it actually has a name in the marketing world. It's called a lead magnet. And it's really just a simple, powerful exchange. You give them a free resource that solves a specific problem for them, and in return, they give you permission to connect with them. It's the foundation of a respectful and really effective relationship.
So what makes a great lead magnet? Oh man, the options are pretty much endless, but they all share one thing in common. They solve a real problem. An ebook can give deep, expert knowledge. A simple checklist can offer a quick win. An interactive quiz, that can deliver a really cool personalized insight. The key, the real secret, is to deeply understand your audience and offer them a solution to a challenge they're facing right now.
And check this out. Here's a perfect real-world example. This consultant doesn't hide their lead magnet away on some back page. Nope, it's a quiz, right on the homepage, front and center. You can't miss it. And it works because it immediately taps into a visitor's curiosity. Wait, is my website really working? And it offers a super clear, irresistible path to getting that answer. Okay, so you've got a great lead magnet and people are subscribing. Awesome. But, and this is a big but, getting their email is just the starting line. If you just send the same generic message to every single person, you are on a fast track to the unsubscribe button. To build a real connection, you need a secret weapon. It's called segmentation.
And just look at the difference here. It's night and day. On one side, you have the old way, just blasting one email to everybody. It feels impersonal, and honestly, it mostly gets ignored. But on the other side, the modern segmented approach is all about being relevant. By sending the right message to the right group of people, you get way higher engagement, you build stronger relationships, and, no surprise, you get much, much better results.
And if you need proof, here are the numbers. We're not talking about small little tweaks here. Segmented emails drive double the open rates and an incredible 3 times the revenue for every person who receives them. The takeaway here is so simple. If you're not segmenting your list, you're just leaving money and growth on the table. Period.
Now, getting started with segmentation is actually way simpler than you might think. You can group people by who they are. You know, their demographics, like age or location. You can group them by what they do, their behavior, like what they've clicked on or what they've bought. Or you can group them by where they are in their journey with you, from being a brand new subscriber to a loyal, longtime fan. But here's the thing about a growing list. You can't just build it and forget about it. It's more like a garden. To keep it thriving and producing fruit, you've got to tend to it. And that means you have to regularly prune away what's no longer healthy to make room for all that new growth. Okay, this might come as a bit of a shock, but up to 1/3 of your email list can go bad every single year. It's true. People change jobs, they switch email providers, or they just lose interest. It's a totally natural process called list decay. And if you ignore it, you're basically sending your most valuable messages into a black hole. This practice of list hygiene, basically cleaning your list, is critical for so many reasons. A clean list means more of your emails actually get delivered. It means you'll see higher engagement because you're only talking to people who want to hear from you. And at the end of the day, it lowers your costs and protects your reputation with email providers, which is absolutely essential. And that brings us to a really important term, deliverability. Look, this isn't just about whether an email gets sent, it's about where it lands. High deliverability means your emails are arriving right in the primary inbox, ready to be seen. Low deliverability? Well, that means you're ending up in the spam folder, totally unseen and completely ineffective. So it really all comes down to this.
Keeping your list clean is the single best thing you can do to maintain a good sender reputation. And that reputation, that's your passport to the inbox. It's what keeps you far, far away from the spam folder.
All right, for our final section, let's talk about the non-negotiable foundation that holds all of this up. This isn't just about good strategy. It's about following the rules, staying compliant, and, most importantly, earning and keeping your audience's trust.
You know, regulations like GDPR can seem really intimidating, but their core idea is actually super simple. Respect the user. When you stop thinking of them as a burden and start seeing them as a framework for building trust, it changes your whole approach. It's just about being transparent and respectful, which, let's be honest, is just good business.
It all starts with the rule of consent. You must always get explicit permission before sending someone marketing emails. A really powerful way to do this is with something called a double opt-in, where a new subscriber has to click a confirmation link in an email. This proves they genuinely want to hear from you, and it ensures you're building a super high-quality list from day one.
Next up is the rule of transparency. And put simply, it just means be upfront about how you're going to use someone's data. A clear little statement on your sign-up form builds immense confidence. People are way more willing to subscribe when they know exactly what to expect, and they trust you'll respect their information. And finally, there's the crucial rule of the exit. If someone wants to leave, you have to let them go easily. A clear, one-click unsubscribe link is mandatory. Hiding that button doesn't just frustrate people, it often leads them to just mark you as spam, which is way more damaging to your reputation in the long run. So when you put all these pieces together, you can see the entire subscriber lifecycle. You attract them with real value. You engage them with relevance and personalization. You maintain the list with care and cleaning. And you respect your subscribers by following the rules. Each step builds on the last.
Because when you follow these steps, you're not just building a spreadsheet of email addresses, you're building a community, a group of people who trust you, who value what you have to say, and who are ready to engage with you. So the only question left is, how will you start building yours?
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging into a topic that, well, despite all the noise about new platforms, it really remains an absolute cornerstone of digital connection. We're talking about email. For so many of us, checking our inbox is, a daily ritual. That's that direct line. And for businesses, it's this incredible channel that you actually own.
That's so true.
So yeah, we're talking the art, the science, and honestly, the crucial strategy of email marketing today.
Absolutely. Social media algorithms, they might dance to a new tune every other week, right? But email, that's your steady channel. Our sources, they just keep hammering home that email marketing can deliver, an incredible 4,200% ROI.
Wow.
Yeah, and lots of marketers would actually say goodbye to social media before they'd give up their email list.
That says a lot.
It does, but unlocking that potential isn't just about hitting send. It's about doing it smartly, legally, and in a way that truly connects, that builds relationships.
And that's exactly our mission today. We've pulled together insights from, a fantastic stack of sources: Pipedrive, Mailtrap, Unstoppable E-commerce, Ruth Poundwhite, Attentive, Stanford Graduate School of Business, Litmus, and HubSpot. We're basically going to give you a shortcut to getting really well informed on everything, from attracting the right subscribers and keeping them engaged, all the way to navigating that crucial legal compliance. By the end of this deep dive, you should have a much clearer, more strategic picture of how to build and maintain an email list that, truly delivers value for you. It's a long game.
Right.
All right, so before we even jump into crafting, like the perfect subject lines or those compelling calls to action, our sources are super clear on this.
Yeah.
We need to lay down the legal groundwork first.
Absolutely.
Email is incredibly powerful, we know that, but like any powerful tool, it comes with huge responsibility and some very real, non-negotiable legal obligations.
Precisely. And two acronyms are just absolutely critical here: CAN-SPAM and GDPR. So CAN-SPAM, that's the Controlling the Assault of Non-Solicited Pornography and Marketing Act. It's a U.S. law, been around since 2003. Then you have GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulation, which kicked in 2018. That's all about safeguarding data and privacy for EU citizens.
Right.
And the crucial thing to get here is that even if your business isn't physically based in the US or the EU, if you interact with customers there, these laws apply directly to you. No getting around it.
Okay, so we've got these two massive regulations. For our listeners who are probably juggling a million things already, is there maybe a simpler way to think about these? Like, do they have a shared core idea, or are we really talking about two totally different beasts?
That's a good question. And what's fascinating, actually, is their deeply shared core mission.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, both fundamentally aim to protect users, ensure data privacy, and just make the digital space safer and more transparent. They both demand clear communication. They require really straightforward opt-out mechanisms. They hold companies accountable for what their partners do. And importantly, they come with big financial penalties.
Okay, like how big are we talking?
Well, for instance, canned spam fines can go up to $50,120 per email.
Yikes, per email.
Per email, and GDPR violations. They can hit 20 million or even 4% of a company's global turnover, whichever is higher. I mean,
Right.
we saw Amazon get hit with a staggering 746 million penalty back in 2021 for not complying with data processing rules.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, these aren't just minor slaps on the wrist. Regulators are serious.
Those figures alone are definitely a huge incentive to get it right. But I wonder, is there a risk that the fear of these penalties makes businesses maybe too cautious? Does it stifle creativity? Or are these laws just so fundamental now that cutting corners isn't really viable? And where do they actually differ in what they demand?
That's a really perceptive point. And while compliance might seem, a bit daunting, these laws are actually foundational for building trust. And trust, that ultimately fuels creativity and innovation, just within a safer framework.
Okay.
So cutting corners, not really an option for sustainable growth, I'd say. The differences, though, are crucial. GDPR is way more rigorous about consent.
Right.
It demands explicit affirmative action for every single specific purpose. So no pre-check boxes, no vague language.
Got it.
It also gives individuals really strong rights, like accessing and deleting their data quickly. And there are age restrictions, for kids under 16 or sometimes 13, depending on the member state.
And can spam.
Canned spam is more prescriptive on the do's and don'ts, like clear subject lines, honest sender info, putting your physical address in the footer. But technically, it doesn't require you to get permission before sending a commercial email. However, and this is key universally, double opt-in is the recommended best practice.
Okay. Explain that a bit.
So double opt-in means someone signs up and then they get an email asking them to click a link to confirm they really want to subscribe.
Gotcha.
It helps meet the spirit of both laws, especially GDPR's consent rules, ensures you get explicit permission, filters out typos or bots, and it's honestly your best defense against compliance issues down the line. So it really raises that important question for every marketer listening. How do you set up your email efforts to be compliant and effective right from day one?
Okay. With those crucial legal guardrails now firmly in place, we can pivot to what many people find, the most exciting part, maybe sometimes the most daunting part of email marketing.
Yeah.
Actually building that list.
All right.
Because, without a list, who are you sending to? And while it might seem like this huge hurdle, our sources call it a one-time tech hurdle for a long-term benefit.
That's exactly right. Every journey starts at zero, doesn't it? The key is just committing. Commit to building your list and emailing from day one, even if it feels like imperfect and inconsistent, as one source put it. The actual technical setup, it's surprisingly straightforward. First step, pick a reliable email service provider, like ConvertKit, MailChimp, HubSpot. There are tons.
Yeah.
Then just configure your basic settings, make sure you've got a clear privacy policy linked somewhere obvious on your site, and design your very first opt-in form, maybe a simple landing page.
Okay.
Then comes the simple but absolutely critical step. Put that form or link everywhere your audience might possibly see it. Website headers, footers, blog posts, social media bios, maybe even your email signature.
Everywhere.
Pretty much. And crucially, test it yourself. Sign up to your own list, make sure the welcome email arrives, the links work, experience it as a user.
Okay, good tip. So the tech's set up. Now, here's that perennial marketing puzzle, right? How do we genuinely get someone to want to give us their email address, to choose to invite us into their inbox? It's not enough to just slap a form on a page, is it? We're all just bombarded.
Absolutely not. You hit the nail on the head there. Permission. And trust. You need to treat every single subscriber like a real person with real interests, not just, another entry in a database. The core idea here is offering compelling incentives and exclusive email list only content. You have to give them a reason. Don't be afraid to really over-deliver on whatever promise you make. Make them feel like they're getting something special, like a VIP pass.
That makes total sense. Incentives are key. From your experience or what the sources say, are there any incentives that are maybe like overused or not as effective as people assume? Or maybe flip side, any underrated tactics that really move the needle that listeners might overlook?
That's a great question. Well, something like free shipping is often thrown out there, but honestly, it's almost become an expectation now, hasn't it?
Yeah, kind of table stakes.
Exactly. So it doesn't always motivate a sign up on its own, unless maybe it's bundled with something else appealing. The incentives that consistently seem to move the needle, according to the data, tap into clear value, exclusivity, or maybe a bit of novelty. Discounts and coupons, for example. Highly effective. They offer immediate, tangible value. Our sources show discount offers in those sign-up units average get this, 43% conversion rate.
Well, 43%, that's huge.
It is. Giveaways and contests also work pretty well around an 11% conversion rate. They appeal to that sense of luck, excitement.
Right.
And don't underestimate free samples or early access to products. Those see about a 25% conversion rate. Why? Because they offer exclusivity, that sneak peek feeling. The psychology here, I think, is that you're offering a really clear benefit, a solid reason for them to trust you with their valuable inbox space.
Okay, so you've got the great offer. How do we best present these on our website where the visitors are hopefully already kind of engaged with our brand?
Yeah, optimizing your website for email capture is absolutely crucial. It's all about smart placement and making the user experience really smooth.
Okay.
Think about strategic pop-ups. Maybe ones that appear when someone shows exit intent, like their mouse moves towards the close button. That captures attention at a critical moment.
Ah, the exit intent pop-up.
Yeah, exactly. Or, less intrusively, just have neatly tucked away forms in your footer or sidebar. Always available, but not annoying. And the forms themselves, keep them simple, like really simple. Ideally, just ask for the email address initially.
Yeah.
Reduce the friction.
Makes sense.
Interestingly, the data shows that full-screen sign-up units, especially when they appear on a user's first mobile page view, can yield a 6% email opt-in rate. That compares to about 3% on desktop.
Oh, interesting mobile stat.
Yeah. And for a bit of fun, engaging options like those spin-to-win wheels,
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
they've been shown to provide up to a 3x lift in subscriber growth. It basically gamifies the experience, makes signing up feel less like a chore and more like, well, a little game.
That's clever. It blends engagement right into the acquisition. Any other tactical tips for grabbing new subscribers, maybe beyond your own website?
Oh, definitely. You've got to leverage your existing channels, right?
Yeah.
Think about messaging your SMS subscribers if you have an SMS list who aren't on your email list. Offer them exclusive incentives to join the email side, too. It's like cross-pollination.
Smart.
Social media obviously is a fantastic resource. Use stories, reels, run contests that explicitly drive signups to your email list. Maybe tease some of that email exclusive content you mentioned.
Good idea.
Also, integrating email signup with any loyalty or VIP programs you have can be super effective. Really highlight the exclusive benefits of being part of that inner circle, which includes getting the emails.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, circling back to our earlier point, implementing that double opt-in. It's just such a crucial best practice for long-term list health. It filters out the fake emails, the bots, ensures only genuinely interested people join. And that profoundly benefits your deliverability down the line because it signals to Gmail, Outlook, all of them that your list is high quality and wanted.
Okay, fantastic. So we've built the list, maybe using some of those clever tactics, and we're growing it. Now comes, well, the long game, doesn't it? Keeping that list healthy and keeping those subscribers actually engaged.
Exactly.
Because, as one of our sources pointed out, email databases decay by a pretty startling rate, like 22 to 30% every single year.
It's huge, yeah.
That's a lot of potential emails, just
Yeah.
crash landing in spam folders, as they put it.
Precisely. And this is where the concept of deliverability becomes absolutely paramount.
Okay, define deliverability for us.
So deliverability is basically the ability of your emails to successfully land in a subscriber's main inbox, not the spam folder, not the promotions tab, not getting blocked entirely.
At it, the primary inbox.
Right. High deliverability is the essential gateway to any kind of engagement. If they don't see it, they can't engage. Right. So, email list hygiene, cleaning your list. It's not a one-time task you check off. It's an ongoing process, a commitment. And why does it matter so much beyond just reaching the inbox? Well, a case study from ClearOut, one source mentioned, showed a 42% improvement in inbox placement and a 26% increase in open rates just after cleaning a B2B list.
Wow, those are significant jumps.
Huge. It also leads to stronger engagement overall, reduces your cost because you're not paying your ESP to mail to dead addresses, and crucially, fewer spam complaints. Even a tiny 0.1% complaint rate can seriously damage your sender reputation.
I mean, 0.1%, that's a tight margin.
It really is. Good hygiene also means better insights from your data because it's cleaner, and it makes staying compliant with laws like GDPR much easier. I like to think of it like tending a garden, you know? You have to regularly pull the weeds for the flowers you want to actually thrive.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the actionable steps then? How do we keep our lists vibrant, keep that engagement soaring, make sure those flowers keep blooming?
All right, first, and this is absolutely critical, segment your audience. Sending the same generic email blast to everyone, it just doesn't cut it anymore. People expect relevance. Segmentation means dividing your audience into smaller, more focused groups. You can base it on their activity, their stated preferences, purchase history, what content they've clicked on, even the device they use.
So lots of ways to slice it.
Exactly. And this allows for hyper-relevant content. For instance, the data shows email marketing can deliver a phenomenal $36 ROI for every dollar spent when segmentation is driving relevant content.
$36. Okay, that ROI makes the case pretty strongly.
Right. It's the difference between shouting into a massive, indifferent crowd and having a direct, meaningful, almost personal conversation.
So if I'm getting this right, segmentation basically makes your emails feel personal, really relevant, and almost irresistible to open because they feel like they were written just for me.
That's exactly the goal. And this hyper-focus, this understanding of your segments, it allows you to identify users who've become inactive,
Yeah.
and then you can run targeted re-engagement campaigns.
Ah, the win-back campaign.
Exactly. Think of it like a final, maybe even